big Commonwealth country. It has to share many things with fellow developing countries. Most of the countries in the Commonwealth in Africa are developing, and India has much in common. And as regards Pakistan, it is the, I think, third time the Pakistan has been suspended membership of Commonwealth because of the problems which we have discussed, undemocratic governance or dictatorships. But India has very cautiously not supported that. We want Pakistan to be a member because like Myanmar or Pakistan, India's policy is not to isolate because it doesn't work. Isolation by suspending membership of Commonwealth will not work. We want Pakistan to come back and join the mainstream because sitting together, talking, I think it helps. And I think Kamlesh Sharma as Secretary General will bring in some new inputs which would further give positive inputs to the functioning of the Commonwealth. Let's hope so.
If I may, I actually have a final question, which pertains somewhat to that as well, but slightly different. Within the United Nations, there's been a lot of talk about reform, particularly in the Security Council, and one of the major issues has been that there's been a lot of talk of India becoming a permanent member of the Security Council. I was wondering if you could comment on India's position as to Security Council reform and what India is doing to try and secure that seat.
It's a very good question. I think this is a very topical issue to be considered. India now, one, the scenario under which the UN was formed has gone under change. So the requirements of the international body are not the same which were when it was formed. India is for total reform and restructuring of the UN, including the Security Council. So that's why India also aspires to be a member at the permanent member at the Security Council. Now, the capacity and the suitability. India is a large country. India is a democratic country. India is an upcoming country economically. These are now contribution to the functioning of the UN. India is the largest contributor to the peacekeeping arrangements of the UN. Largest contributor in physical form. India is a net contributor financially to the system and never fail its commitments. India is the largest country who is active in the organs of the UN like UNESCO, whatever other organs of the UN. India has contributed very positively in the human resource, in the technical form, in any form. And India is a military power in the sense that we have large arrangements, we have large democratic setup, we are upcoming economy, and we have to contribute positively to the total development. India, that's the India's candidate to be a member, and we have a large support also on that matter internationally.
Well, are there any other questions from the floor then?
You mentioned about India being the largest contributor to peacekeeping forces.
Yes.
And Bangladesh, Pakistan and India are the three largest contributors. Can you explain any of the reasons behind that and why the three states have been so generous and contributed force to peacekeeping missions?
Yeah, One, large armies. Yes, they can afford to give manpower as required by the UN. That is one thing. I don't know what Bangladesh, Pakistani do, but in not that as India is doing. And Pakistani inputs are not many times acceptable to the UN because of many other considerations. But Indian inputs are acceptable to the world because we don't have any different agenda.
Well, I think then, unless there's a follow-up, with that, I'd like to ask you all to join me in thanking Mr. Chander for his very lively and informative talk.